dia a todos, bem-vindos ao Porto e ao Global Forum.
Inclusion has several features. First, it requires more work, much more work, more preparation. It requires a very beautiful aspect, which is when you include, it's not only the included child that gains, it's also the others. So inclusion is a project that involves everyone.
For us, inclusion and pluralism means that we recognize the differences that make us all human. The differences in our language, our culture, where we're from, our experiences and our expertise, and the differences in the way that we learn.
Estas boas práticas que vêm de diversas áreas, de diversas regiões do globo, permitem realmente enriquecer as respostas que já possamos ter, elas tornarem-se cada vez e anteciparem desafios que nós precisamos da vida ter. Portanto, esta troca de experiências permite essencialmente isto, é trocar, escalar e reforçar as próprias respostas que nós temos. Portanto, acho que é um evento crítico e fundamental.
His Highness the Aga Khan, represented today by his brother, Prince Amin Aga Khan, always for decades challenged us to do everything we can to better equip the future generation of citizens with not just the knowledge and skills, but also the attitudes and values that learners need.
Everybody has a unique way of learning. So inclusivity will only work if educators embrace open-mindedness. Because the moment you have open-mindedness, you are going to appreciate diversity, and therefore you are going to appreciate learners with their individual differences. And therefore you will be flexible, you will accommodate, and you will bring all on board.
We do need to look at innovative ways, I think, to respond to this challenge of providing quality education. Flexibility is something that we heard here, adaptability, making use of the community as a driver of kind of education provision.
It's not every day that educators like me are allowed the autonomy and the space to try out existing new ideas. Schools 2030 gives us the space to think differently, to dare, to fail, and then try again.
In terms of the work with Schools 2030, we think this initiative is a wonderful example for us of the work that's happening at those three levels. So thinking about the research into what works for students, and in this case, getting the research that's coming up from the teachers that is not going down with the translation of that research into the practice, and then creating the enabling conditions, such as a forum like this, where we're together and we're really thinking about the broader systems and how they all connect.
We all can and should learn what good collaboration is from Schools 2030 and the global Schools 2030 community that is together here today. Collaborative learning starts with recognizing that others are simply better than you in a particular area. But it also starts with recognizing that everyone, every individual, every organization, every child is good at something. And when this something is surfaced and brought in interaction with the qualities of the others in the group, the magic can happen.
So I think, if we listen to the teachers, if we give them voices, then we in philanthropy can help, again, going to the lawmakers and the rulemakers and help bridging the gap. And then we can actually create, in some way, a positive feedback loop.
И за 3 дня мы убедились, инклюзивность возможна. Нужно время, навыки и опыт. И мы убедились в том, что есть вера в образование, вера учителя, а это мощная сила. И когда учителя со всех стран мира объединяются, а это сверхсила.
I think if it wasn't for the teachers, I wouldn't have believed in myself as a leader.
One possible simple next step to shift systems is to start with discussions. And discussions that include varied voices, experience, and knowledge to help us develop more inclusive policies and programming. Schools 2030, I think, is also a really important avenue to start these discussions.
Everything that we have learned across the 3 days of this forum will inch us closer to a reality where education becomes everyone's business, where every country sees an investment in education transformation as an investment in human development.
Our students will become leaders, innovators, and compassionate contributors that our society needs to make a lasting impact on their community and the world at large.
I welcome you all to join me because I strongly believe that no matter where you come from, your dream is valid. Thank you so much.